Hi, or how are you going? Welcome with me, Redsky, here, another round of Righteous Readings, where I do real readings to you guys, my other viewers. How are you doing? The rain has just started to come again today. It's been absolutely pouring it down cats and dogs all day. It's been pretty full on. I've had a very much restful day after, yes, a slight colour change yesterday. So don't stress. Your colour on your phone or appliance is just fine. I've just turned petrified white, basically, so don't be alarmed. It's not the colour of your TV. Just sitting here debating about what we're going to do today. I really feel like just breaking the monotony up from the readings at the moment. I just don't feel like doing the last couple of signs that we've got left to do for September at the moment. I'm not quite sure why, but I'm just feeling very reserved about doing that. So, yes, indeed. Oh, that rain is just crazy. It's just crazy out there, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you're all doing very, very well. I'm doing very, very well myself. So, yes. I think we'll do the A&R spread, the addiction and recovery spread. Get that done now for September. So this covers any and all addictions. If you have an addiction or are in the midst of recovery, this is the place to be. So I have the messages for the month of September. So we're going to have a look at that now. So this covers everything from eating disorders, drugs, sex, alcohol addictions, self-harm such as cutting. There is a magnitude. Basically, if you use something in a way to relieve yourself from pain and or suffering, it is an addiction, especially if you cannot stop doing it. If it's a very much formatted thing that you do on a regular basis. And this, of course, therefore can cover things such as eating too much, eating too little, like bulimia, anorexia. There is just a wealth of things this can cover. I've been considering doing a part 2 to this. So one that focuses more on the addiction, one that focuses more on their recovery. Because I feel like they are very much two sides of the coin. I did develop this spread myself after coming onto the tarot scene about many years ago and having a burning question that I needed answering. And after searching far and wide all the channels, I could not find one channel that actually did a specific spread in regards to addictions. So I made one, and it's gone through many different changes and alterations, but it's stayed in its current format now for quite some time. I find it to be a good tool to use to give people advice, or just to know that you're not alone. Because I think a lot of the time that's all we need. It's just some reassurance that we are not the only one going through this, that we are not alone, that there are others in society that are going through the same thing, and that we are no less than because of it. We are equal. And I want you to take that away with you today if you are watching this, that no matter what it is you're going through right now, or how bad it may seem, or how much society, family, friends, or whatever have ostracized, stepped away from you, or think differently of you because of what you're going through, I want you to know that you're not less than, you are not in any way a bad person, that you are not alone. There are many people on this earth right now battling addiction or in the stages of recovery. I honestly think you would be hard-pressed nowadays to walk down the street or to look through your phone number decks and to find someone that has not either been personally touched by addiction themselves or know of someone who has been touched by addiction and is struggling or gone through it and in their stages of recovery. This is something that will affect you for the rest of your life. This is not something that you walk away from, like you're in it one day and you walk away from it the next and everything's all hunky-dory. No, it doesn't work that way. This is something that you must maintain, that you must work towards every single day for the rest of your life to stay on the right path. Now, by no means do I say this to discourage you, because it's not. But I think people and society in general who maybe aren't quite so familiar with it get a little bit confused and have a bit of a misconception here. And I want to the reason I do this spread is to break down that stigma, to break down that mold that why don't you just stop? And it's not that simple. And anyone that thinks it is that simple is not thinking big enough. We'll just say that. Because it is not. It is not anywhere near that simple. And it will never be that simple. I've watched many people go down. I've seen many people pass. And some absolutely flourish. And I've seen people stay clean for over 20 years and then go back. And ultimately pay the ultimate sacrifice for that decision. It's tough, guys. And I'm not going to tell you anything other than that. It is hard. It is very hard. It's not an easy road. But it is a road very worth trekking. Because you will live such a better life for it in the recovery. So let's check out September 2022. As I do with all of these videos, I'm going to put it out there again. If anyone needs my assistance, if there's any way that I can help you, even if it's just a friendly person to talk to, write SOS on any one of my Star Sign videos and I will come find you and I will give you any assistance or help that I can so offer. Remember, I'm just a person. I'm in no way a professional medical expert, blah, blah, blah. But I am a human being. And I have a brain. And I have a good set of ears and a mouth. So if you just need someone to talk to, I can be definitely that for you. Or if I can't help you, I would at the very least, be able to hopefully put you in contact with someone who can. Okay? Sometimes that's all we need is just someone to talk to. Someone that understands and someone that won't, put any shade on you. You know what I mean? Yeah, we'll just show you some support or even just say that you're going to be all right, mate. So let's hit it and find out what's coming in for the September month for any and all addictions and in recovery of addictions. Let's hit that. Sorry about that. Now let's hit it. For the addiction and recovery spread for September 2022, we're looking at any and all addictions and those that are in recovery from those addictions. For words of advice for any and all addictions for September 2022, let's find out what's coming in for you all. And light and love to you all. And I wish you all the very best on your journey, no matter where you are on that journey. It's a hard one, and people think are too quick to judge, honestly, and to persecute, and I don't think that helps anyone in this world. Not today, and it won't tomorrow, and it definitely won't anytime in the foreseeable future. Understanding is key, and love will always prevail. But that's what I would like to believe in anyway. So let's check it out for the addiction and recovery spread, please, for September 2022. For any and all addictionaries, please. Okay. For September 2022, please. Okay. All right. Best of luck, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Let's find out what September 2022 has in store for you. And I wish everyone the very best no matter where you are in the world. I know it's very trying times at the moment, ever since hearing of the Queen's passing. I know the whole world is going a little bit loco at the moment. Everyone's very shocked. Everyone's very confused. Everyone's very scared. I think it's just because we've never had a monarch pass, not in like mine, my mum's, or maybe even my father's time. So it's something different. And like all challenges in the world, when we're faced with something different, there is fear. But do not ever let fear cripple you or stop you from doing what it is you need to do. So let's have a look at the spread now for you for September 2022. And thank you again for joining me. Your current energy coming into the reading, coming into this September, is the Fool. So your current energy is that of living in a joyous frenzy flurry at the moment, really being very free. There's an innocence about you, though, in a sense of folly. But we are not considering things before we act. Think and assess your actions. Beware of frenzy and rashness. We are being very rash. We are, in some ways, maybe being a little bit self-needed in the way of making choices which are what we think are most important at that time, rather than thinking beyond the moment of it. Getting very caught up in the the blasé of the right now, rather than sort of thinking it through about the repercussions or what the outcome could actually be if we did actually do this. Maybe being a little foolish. Your obstacles that you're going to need to look into for the month. The Page of Cups. Your biggest obstacle here is wanting to invest. Now, what I mean by that, you are a very trusted person. You're usually quite a reflective person. You're a loyal person. People like you. And you usually do think before you act, and you freely offer good advice. The problem is, I see here that you may not be taking your own advice. You may be great at speaking the words to others and putting yourself in a third person kind of situation when you talk about these situations. But when it comes to the realization of putting yourself in that position, I feel that there is a bit of inconsistency here. You need to be reflective and trusting of yourself during this time, is what I'm trying to tell you. Others may see you as that, but you need to be that for yourself. That is your challenge or obstacle here. Not being truthful or trusting to yourself. Throwing your own self to the wolves is what I'm talking about here, ladies and gentlemen. Your emotions, how you feel throughout the month of September. You're feeling the Queen of Wands. You feel as if you are carrying yourself in an honest light. You do feel as if, I want to say that there is much, and I mean much, love and compassion here, perhaps even as well. You're charming, sympathetic, popular, usually quite practical-minded, with a very loving spirit. And your emotions are that of being very sympathetic, maybe to a flawedness. Because I'm seeing your emotions are very invested in others especially. And this may be part of your problem. Not being able to separate your empathy for others as well as the empathy you have for yourself. That sense of maybe caring for others more than you do for yourself and putting others before you. And therefore making some poor decisions because of that. Your thoughts. What are you thinking? I'll tell you. The Hierophant. This is Taurus's major arcana. You're thinking about spirituality. You're thinking about life in general. You're thinking that you don't want to let dogma or conformity cloud your judgment. But I'm seeing here that there is a sense of sacrificing things so much for this. Sacrificing so damn much for this that it may be causing a bit of a problem. Because we are gifting so much of ourselves to the cause, to others, to... What are you sacrificing for yourself? Or are you just sacrificing yourself completely for something that is not even worthy of your time or of your gaze? What started this? What led you down the road of addiction, or what brought you here? The Six of Wands reversed. A lack of support from those around you. A real lack of understanding. Sorry about that, I just had to take my pants off. No, I've got short shorts on underneath, getting a bit warm here. What's really started this was a lack of... What started this was fear. Being gripped by fear and apprehension, results were delayed or gains were being inconclusive, and you fell down the rabbit hole, around the rabbit hole of, oh dear, here we are. I feel like there was a lack of support for you at this time. You were maybe a bit alone or feeling as if there was no reassurance here for you or no one to talk to or support just in general. But there was a real consensus here of fear gripping you, not knowing what else to do but to go down that rabbit hole. And I'm seeing that's caused you so much pain since that realization. How to overcome this, ladies and gentlemen? How do we overcome this from this point? What's the advice from Spirit here for you today? We have the 10 of Swords reversed. To overcome this, we need to start making some gains and improvements here, ladies and gentlemen. We need to get real with being real. There'll be some change and improvement, but this advantage is not going to last, especially if you do not seize it while the opportunity strike while the iron's hot, basically. This advantage will not last. You have a real window of opportunity here in September, I feel, to overcome this. Whether that is to, go into rehab, whether that is to take yourself out of society for a bit, to have a much needed, shush please, reprieve and, sorry, I've got all the kids home today, relax and reprieve, or whether that is to get the help that you need. Moving forward from this, how can we do that? I'll tell you. 3 of Cups, resolution. There needs to be a get real here. We need some conclusion and healing here. We need some solace. We need to come together here and really let our disdain go. And I don't mean let it go to bring it up and rub it in someone's face the next day. No. That's not what I'm saying to you. I mean true release. Release it like it never happened. Release it and forgive it and put it to the ground. And that's where it shall stay to rot. There is a sense here of there is a happy ending to your problems, great happiness and fulfillment lay right ahead of you, ladies and gentlemen, moving forward. Look at that. Look at how happy they are. Dancing at the harvest, the fruit in the background there, the plentifulness, the greenery, the richness, the harvest, the plentifulness. And this is what lies ahead for you if you can get up it. If you can turn those temporary gains into forward movement and bring in this solace and this conclusion and this resolution, there is plentifulness and fulfillment ahead of you. But most of all, happiness. I love that. I think that is some of the greatest news I could ever give you, ladies and gentlemen. The outcome so far, we have the Hanged Man inverted, and then the next 2 cards will clarify this outcome. The Hanged Man inverted. So the outcome so far, though, is this. We need to be prepared for sacrifice here, but making the right sacrifice. We need to gain some enlightenment here. We need to get real here, people. We can't just be willy-nilly here. We've got to be true to self. We need to open up ourselves to ourselves and lay it out cold and raw, I'm afraid. Let's not mince words here. Let's not do niceties here. Let's really strip down to our bare self and accept who we are as we are, for the choices we've made, for the wrongs, the rights, and the in-betweeners. And let's move forward and let go of our fucking fears. Sorry, I swore. Let go of our fears. Sorry if your addiction is swearing. If we do that, we will be so much more in an enlightened place than when we are right now. Clarifying this. 3 of Swords. Otherwise, there will be heartbreak to be had here. There will be division, sorrow, strife, conflict. But do not despair. All your trials are part of overcoming the past. Heartbreak doesn't disappear. It becomes a part of us. Becomes part of who we are. Not just shapes and molds us on the outside, but it does also internally too. Clarifying this further, we now have the 9 of Wands inverted. So ladies and gentlemen, this really does speak of an atonement to obstacles and troubles. You know, there has been disputes, quarrels. We need to learn to compromise here. Not just with others, but with ourselves. We need to start sacrificing for what's best for us. And I mean what's really best for us, not what we want in the minute or the moment. We need to take on the pain. We need to accept what was good, was bad, was ugly, was cruel, was blah, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it was for you. And yes, moving forward from this, there is going to be obstacles. There is going to be things we need to face. It's not going to be wake up one day and it's all okay. It's not like the issue isn't going to be there. It's not like the hard steps aren't going to need to be taken. They will still need to be. But you will be so much stronger where you will be able to. You will be so much more able to because you know yourself better for this experience that you have been through. Will not define you, but will make you stronger. Like when going to war, we come back with battle scars. We don't lose that experience. It becomes a part of us. But we become so much more stronger for it. Now, the reason I didn't say the underlying energy for the month is because it's beautiful. And I wanted to save it till the end to give you some uplifting hope. The whole underlying energy for the month of September for all of you is the Empress, Venus energy. Femininity, nurturing, love, passion, fruitfulness. Also want to say to you, if any of you have been struggling with fertility issues due to these addictions, if you get on top of this, your fertility will return. And you may even become pregnant or have child. For some of you, that is a message for, I can see that some of you are having fertility problems due to this way of living. And I want to tell you this will greatly improve because under her is the Queen of Pentacles, growth. Doting on that pentacle as if it was her child, her birth, her right. This is two very strong feminine energies. And I don't care if you're a male, we have feminine and masculine energy within all of us. But this is all about nurturing, about growth, fertility, plentifulness, prosperity, generosity through material wealth as well as internal wealth of self. That Empress. This is huge. This is huge, ladies and gentlemen. If you decide to keep moving forward through your recovery, or if you decide to make that initial step into that recovery stage, I am here to tell you, you have a very good chance here of nurturing the new life that you so choose to live, if you so choose to live it. It's all within the grasp of your hands or in the underlying energy of it all. It's right there for you to see. What do you feel when you look at these two cards? It's a very motherly energy, isn't it? Like a big sister or a mother or an aunt, you know, that's always there for you. Even a friend. It's that reassurance that you are not only not alone, but there are support systems here, that you are very much cared for. Sorry, things keep falling down everywhere today and they keep moving around because there's a breeze coming through here from the rain, so everything's a little bit scattered. So apologies. But there's a sense of initiative and action here with this Empress. Initiative and action. Be proud of your ideas, reassure others, and share your stability and progress. Because there is much to be had here in September. And it all lays at your feet, my darlings. It's all within your grasp. It's all within your reach. You just got to get up and grasp it. You've just got to want it. Just got to. You don't even need to obtain it because it's already within you. You just need to grab it and accept it and say, It is mine. I am enough. I am worthy. And I am me. Let no shame come into that sentence. Let no if and but maybe come into that sentence. No. Be strong. Be confident. But most of all, initiate it and bring it into fruition through action. I do want to give you one more piece of pie before I leave you today, because I feel that you may need it. I'm going to get you a spirit animal for the month that might be able to guide and assist you a little bit further, because I feel that it's called for. The addictions and recovery spirit, any and all of those that come in the midst of an addiction or in the stages of recovery. What spirit animal? These falcons come out a lot of times with my cards today. And this isn't a small deck that I'm using. It's got 44 cards in it. But the falcon has been congruent. Act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without equivocation. I think that's just what I said to you, but let's go through it. Providence is on your side, and the opportunity that has been presented to you is congruent with your soul's purpose. Even if you don't feel fully prepared or have doubts in your ability to manage the complexities that are inherent in tackling this venture, dive in anyway. See? You'll be pleasantly surprised by the support that will come to you in unexpected ways. All it takes is the willingness on your part to continue on a steady course wholeheartedly, while at the same time being open to changes in the direction that the winds are blowing. It's important to stay focused on the goal that's ahead of you, while also remaining mindful of the purpose of your mission. Good advice. Commit to your mission 100% and fulfill that commitment to the best of your abilities. This isn't a time for analysis, introspection, or retreat, but a time for action. As you respond to the opportunity that's before you, be willing to adjust your course of action as the need dictates, while at the same time moving steadily towards your goal. You can deal with whatever concerns come up without being distracted by them and without straying from the path you are on. The associations with the falcon are focus, speed, agility, gracefulness, observation, vitality, enthusiasm, precision, adventurousness, passion, opportunity, perspectiveness, and fluidity. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot say it any clearer than as that falcon just spoke. The opportunity is here and now. It lays at your feet. Will you fly and soar like the falcon? Or will you fall and flounder and tell yourself that you cannot do it? And be the only thing that stands in your own way of greatness. Because you are great. You are all you need to be. You are beautiful. Thank you everyone for joining me on another round with me, Redsky, here at Righteous Readings. Raw, Righteous, Real Readings. I hope I was able to give something to you that you can work with for the month of September. And I am so sorry that the readings are so late. I will try to get these last few done so I can get a leg up on October so they come out on time. I'm working very hard to do that because I am very much running out of time. But please note that I'm working very hard to get all the readings done and to get back on track for October. And I hope to see all of you, my ladies and gents, in October when we go again. Until then, light and love to you all. I wish you all the very best on your journey through that addiction and or recovery. Know that I'm with you all the step of the way, and as I said, if you ever need any guidance or assistance from me, SOS on any star sign video and I will come find you. Or if you would like to, feel free to comment on the strip down below if you have any questions or anything. Everyone will be treated with dignity and respect. Anyone I find treating anyone on my channel in any other way will be banned permanently for life. I do not condone that. And I never will. We do not bash people here verbally. We console and help people honestly. So thank you so much again for joining me. Light and love to all. And I'll look forward to seeing you on the next round with me, Redsky, here at Righteous Readings. I love you all. Take care.